Today on Triathlon Minds, we're at swimming specialist Aqua Shop to show you how to select and best fit a wetsuit. To do so, we're going to meet a current Ultraman athlete and World Championship runner-up, Craig Percival. So let's head on inside. Craig, welcome to Triathlon Minds. Thanks for having us down here at Aqua Shop.
Brad, I really appreciate you coming down and good to see you again.
Great. You've worn a number of wetsuits over some very lengthy swims, and been around triathlon for a long time now. What are some of the most common mistakes you see triathletes make when selecting a wetsuit?
Probably the most common, and my last swim was a 10K swim, so the most common thing I see is athletes not getting the suit that's appropriate for the distance they're going to swim. So, if you're doing an Ironman, you don't really want to be in the base model suit. You can wear it, of course. You can get through 3.8K in any sort of suit. You can wear a dive suit or a surf suit, but is it the ideal way to start your Ironman day? No, it's a pretty hard way to start the day. Whereas if you go spend a few more dollars, you get a much better suit that's way more flexible. You'll be faster and you'll burn less energy. Probably the second most common thing is athletes just getting the wrong size. There's a whole bunch of half sizes in the range, so it can really relate to how long in the body you are, or how big a chest, or how big a guns you've got, whatever it is. So that's what we try and do here, is we just make sure you're in the right size, and some people end up trying 2 or 3 sizes on until they get it right.
So before we get fitted into a wetsuit, Craig, take us through selecting the right one for us. What are the options available?
Yeah, cool, Brad. So 2 styles of suits in the triathlon market. There's sleeves and sleeveless. So sleeves, sleeveless, no arms. So the main differences between those two are sleeveless are not as warm. Sleeves are generally faster if you've been fitted properly and you can use the extra width of the suit. So referring back to our arm as our paddle, if you can grab the water properly, sleeves are faster. It's not massively faster, but they are, and that's why if you watch ITU or any of the top pros, they all wear sleeves because they're faster. So as long as you don't overheat, if you've got a shoulder injury or have had a history, that can be a reason to go with the sleeveless because it doesn't have as much load. So they're the 2 different styles.
Yep. Beautiful. And in terms of the range of suits available to us and the differences there?
Yeah, so the Blue 70 has 3 suits in their range. The base model suit, the Sprint, just a basic suit. You can see it just has a large panel there, and then it just has large legs or a little bit off the bottom. So the main differences, this is a 2mm arm, a 5mm body, and then it has 3 and 2. The more money you invest, the faster the suit becomes and the more it's more flexible and more buoyant. So next model up is called the Reaction. So that's down to a 1.5mm arm versus the 2mm on the Sprint. It has a variable buoyancy in the core. It has 4, 5 and 4, and then you come to the suit that's won, I think, Wetsuit of the Year 4 of the last 5 years is your Helix. That's as good as there is. It's a 1mm arm, so it's really flexible. And then it has 5mm from neck to knee. It has your chest expansion panel like the Reaction. So this is the Ferrari, and when you put this on, it feels like the perfect second skin. Does the Sprint suit feel like the perfect second skin? Probably not. The Sprint suit is certainly more generally for your, if you're getting into triathlons or you're just going to do a 400-metre swim or something short, you're working out, what you want to do, where you're going to go. If you're going Ironman or longer, people tend to look more at the Reaction and the Helix. Yeah.
Beautiful. And would you suggest to people before they come shopping for a wetsuit to have an idea of budget in mind before they step in?
Yeah, so definitely, of course, but there's only $150 difference between the Sprint. Like for us at the moment, it's $250 for the Sprint and $399 for the Reaction. So that Reaction is a significantly better suit than the Sprint. Would I want to swim 4K in that? No, probably not. Could I? Yeah, absolutely. You'll get through it. You'll just have more fatigue. That's all. So if you know that it's going to be a little bit tougher, well, yeah, that's just the way it is. Yeah.
Yeah, great. So important note there is obviously do your research and speak to the professionals to make sure you're selecting the right one, not just for budget but also for fit.
Yeah, and just on fit, you can come in and buy the Helix. If it is not the right size for you, it definitely will not feel as good as it could. So that's why we really make sure people spend half an hour trying as many suits as they want, and it's right. It's really critical that if you're buying the Ferrari, it suits where you're going to drive, right? Otherwise, you basically could be wasting your money. If you're in the wrong size, it won't feel amazing, which is how it should feel.
Yeah, it won't work properly as well. So
exactly.
All part of it. Great. Thanks very much, Craig.
No worries.